moving now to another big focus, and that is the northeastern state of Manipur, which completes 2 months of violence today. Well, the violence first broke out on the 3rd of May. Even today, sporadic violence continues, even as the Chief Minister N. Singh, in an exclusive interview to NDTV, had appealed for peace and also said that he's willing to go anywhere and talk to anyone to restore normalcy. Well, in the last 24 hours, there have been at least 4 deaths as per the police sources. But in a significant development, Kuki rebel groups announced yesterday that they would lift the 2-month-long blockade of a key national highway in Manipur's Kangpokpi district, paving the way for the reopening of a critical lifeline of the state. However, incidents of violence continued in Manipur, with at least 4 people having been killed on Sunday, that is yesterday, including one case where the police had said that the victim had even, was very brutally killed. National Highway 2 connecting Imphal with Dimapur in Nagaland has been blockaded since violence broke out in Manipur on the 3rd of May. And well, my colleague Saurabh Gupta spoke exclusively to Biren Singh. Here's what he had to say.
For peace in Manipur, your appeal to your citizens, what would you appeal to them?
I want to request to the people of Manipur and to the people of India who are concerned about the present crisis in the state of Manipur to pray for restoration of peace in the state of Manipur and to have in any available means so that we can live together once again as before. We are having 34 recognized tribes and 35 including Métis. Just you can go and see how we demonstrated the unity of Manipur at the Sangha Ethnic Park. All the huts of every tribes we constructed. We are all together, but it should not interpret wrongly. The government is trying to identify only the illegal new immigrants, not the old Kuki brothers and sisters. They are all our families, brothers and sisters. They should come back. We should create a situation so that Métis, Nagas, Kukis, Métis Pangals, Maya, Weaver, those पहले से है, हम लोग साथ रहना है, साथ जीना है, और इसीलिए हम मणिपुर पब्लिक को अब आई एम रियली थैंक्स टू द पीपल ऑफ द स्टेट. आप लोग का सपोर्ट, आप लोग का प्यार, आप लोग का केयर और आप लोग की वजह से ही अभी पीस आ रहा है. तो ये पीस को ज़्यादा फुल पीस आने के लिए आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग टू ऑल सेक्शन ऑफ द पीपल्स, कुकी का हो, नागा का हो, मैती का हो, जो भी हो, सब मिलके बातचीत कीजिए और हमको ज़रूर पड़े तो हम जहाँ भी आप लोग बुलाएंगे जाएंगे और बात करेंगे और पीस रेस्टोर करना है.
Ratnadeep, my colleague, is joining us now live on the phone line. Ratnadeep, the violence first broke out in Manipur on the 3rd of May. It has completed 2 months, and the big question still is, why are there sporadic incidents of violence still continuing in the northeastern state, given the fact that there's such heavy deployment of security forces? I mean, what is now the road ahead for Manipur?
That's right. Perhaps this is the most pertinent question that comes to anybody's mind at this moment, as Manipur completes 2 months of unrest, where we have seen, extreme violence. In fact, sporadic violence still continues. In the last 24 hours, there have been at least a death of 4 people, including what we are hearing from police sources that yesterday one person was beheaded, and then there were 3 people who died in firing, which has taken place in Bishnupur district. Now, everything, the areas, the fringe areas between the valley and the hill areas are still vulnerable, where, in the last 1 week there have been reports of flare-ups. In fact, this morning also there has been reports of sporadic firings, but no reports of casualty or injury. What is important here to note is that for the last 2 months, there also have been an internet ban in Manipur, which has created a lot of inconvenience for people. Now, if you look at initiatives being taken, apart from deployment of huge contingent of central forces, including deployment of Indian Army, there is a peace committee which was formed by the Ministry of Home Affairs, led by the governor of Manipur. The peace committee at this moment is taking the steps in terms of trying to reach out to stakeholders. In fact, the chief minister yesterday spoke exclusively to NDTV, and in that interview, he very significantly said that he is ready to go and talk to particularly the Kuki groups anywhere they want. He also claimed that he is in touch with some of the Kuki leaders trying to solve this crisis. However, one of the leading, Kuki groups, the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, the ITLF, had categorically said that they are sticking to their demand of a separate administration, and they don't want any negotiation, at least with the government led by Biren Singh. In fact, we did see 2 days back, high octane drama unfold on streets of Manipur, where there were speculations that Chief Minister would resign, and despite curfew, hundreds of people, particularly from the Meitei community from the valley region, came to the CM's bungalow. They stopped him from going to resign, to which CM actually in our interview has given an explanation in terms of how he felt at one point of time that people were losing trust on him, and then when he saw so much of people outside his home, he decided that he would continue. So there were all these things happening, and one has to see how now the state and center takes it forward. The army and the armed forces are trying to create a buffer zone between the vulnerable areas, so that the two communities don't clash and escalation of violence does not take place.